Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's at the Grease with Tommy C. Nobody in my greens today. Everybody's sick, hurt, busy in school, or anything like that. But I decided to spend my time with you. Sorry about the show yesterday. It didn't happen. Wife was at the work, and I had the baby, and I'm not holding a baby and doing this. It is simply not happening under any circumstances. I also like to give out a shout out before we start this thing off to Matthew Contos. He sent me $5 the other day, and I really didn't give it the proper shout out. I was a little distracted at the time. Just want to let you know that I got it, and I appreciate it. And you rock, and thanks for being such a supporter of the In the Crease and, well, all the other crap you do. You know, I'll take your calls tonight, and nothing's going on. But let me spit some fire first on the National Hockey League and what's going on in it. First things first, dealing with the worst. Jared Boll, Department of Player Safety, guaranteed suspension. You know, I had an opinion on this, but now I'm going to pose more of a question. So maybe when you guys do call in, I can hear what you're saying. In a situation, oh God, these French names are the worst. Jared Boll runs into Pierre-Alain Bellamy. Clearly interference. The guy was nowhere near the play. And you see a situation where John Tortorella was freaking out over the 5-minute major. He thought it should be a simple interference call. And when I was a kid, that would have been the case. Now, you can kind of give me the speech on head injuries and things, and we don't do things that way anymore and all that other good stuff. But there's a problem with that. There was no head injury. I'm kind of interested to hear what you guys think. I'm definitely interested to hear what you guys think. Because I'm leaning towards Tortorella. Now, that being said, I do think that Jared should be suspended, and I'll tell you why. He is a repeat offender. We've also seen guys get pretty lengthy suspensions for careless hits far away from the play. You know, can end your career. His last suspension was for 3 games, expect 4 to 5. Now, Jared's not getting it. But that being said, I don't know how to feel about the 5-minute major. I mean, how often do interference calls get 5-minute majors? Should they? Is it just so blatant that that should be the case? Maybe. I'm open to this. But I'm a little weird about the 5-minute major. That being said, that's how I'll open up the show as far as what you guys think. Flyers really blew it last night. They had this team that's out of it, done, finished. Blue Jackets are not a factor. Flyers are in a very serious playoff race, which is not going to, look, they're not making a Stanley Cup run. But I think it's important for this team, who really looks like it's going in the right direction in a lot of ways, to get in the playoffs, to get that experience. It certainly wouldn't hurt. Not the end of the world if they don't, but it certainly wouldn't hurt. And I know a lot of Flyers fans are frustrated because it's sort of a tease. Like, you expect not to make the playoffs, and then you do. And then you're out. And then it doesn't look like it. And then you have a game that should be sort of easy, where your goalie gives you an excellent effort. Steve Mason was tremendous last night. And they don't deliver. What the hell? That being said, the Flyers are still comfortable. Well, I wouldn't say comfortably. That's definitely the wrong word. They're tied with points with the Detroit Red Wings, who are out of the playoff picture. They have they've played one less game, and they played one less game, and they have 83 points. So why are they OT losses? I guess they have more T losses or wins there. They're in, but it's not by much. And the 2 points could have been golden. That being said, the game was entertaining as hell. The shootout was long. I don't like shootouts, but when they're long, they're exciting. I think they're fantastic. So, Flyer fans got to be really frustrated right now. Like I said, it's the end of the world. But it's, well, take it from this guy.
Game, Atkinson gets a wide open puck at the side of the net, and we're tied 2-2 going to overtime. This is a problem. It's been a problem all year long. I am so pissed at this shit. I am tired of it.
Me too.
I am tired of this.
Whoa!
Crap. And if you're not a Flyers fan,
I'm
you
not.
should not be pissed. You should be pissed off.
Sure.
You really need to fix this.
Woo!
This is stuff where we cannot happen with about 10 games left in the season. We go to overtime. Both teams have a power play. Both goaltenders stood on their head in the overtime. Mason was great. Bobrovsky was great. The Flyers had a chance to win it with Matt Reed. Reed, you got to hit the net,
This is a perfect example. This is a perfect example of what happens when Pittsburgh boys laughing. That's funny. This is a perfect example when you don't look, Patty, who's in the chat right now, and pretty much thought that the Flyers would be a bubble team. He's a realistic fan. He's not unreasonable. But this is what happens when you tease us. This is what happens. It's mean. It's sad. And then you're going to see Flyer fans flipping. I don't want to watch that again because it's funny to me.
Game, Atkinson gets a wide open puck at the side of the net, and we're tied 2-2 going to overtime. This is a problem. It's been a problem all year long. I am so pissed at this shit. I am tired of it. He's
tired of it. So, there you go. There you go. Making sure you check out the Orange and Black Attack. Patrick Lynn, fan of this. He's in the chat right now. He just wrote, I am so mad. And he does Flyers updates whenever he can after those games. Passionate fan. Good caller. Really good caller here. And funny. The funny thing is Rory's goofing on him because he sounds like Mickey Mouse. And he doesn't really sound like Mickey Mouse here. He doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Atkinson gets a wide open puck at the side of the net, and we're tied 2-2.
We're tied 2-2. Atkinson gets a wide open puck. We're tied 2-2. The last glow was clearly the stick was above the crossbar. He didn't do any of that. It was bizarre. Carton Johnson, Steve Mason deserved the W. Sure did. He sure did. Absolutely, positively. No problemo. Yeah, good stuff. But really, sub them. You guys like what I do. Try to support the other guys too, especially if you're a Flyers fan. Although I gotta be honest with you, a lot of the Flyers fans and out of the reach. Ain't Steve Dangle. I don't get the reach like I like it, but I notice when I do post Flyer stuff in my feed on Twitter, it gets reacted to. So, yeah. Pittsburgh boy. I always like seeing Flyer fans losing their minds like this. It really needed to laugh. Sounds like my neighbor. Your neighbor sounds like Mickey Mouse. 718-395-7660. 718-395-7660. Or Skype is Shop from the Point. Have any contacts, whole nine. Bring up anything you want. And I'll bring up anything I want. The Caps and the Hawks not playing well going into the going into the season. When you're smelling Stanley Cup, that makes you nervous. Makes you nervous. You don't like it as a Caps fan. You don't like it as a Flyers fan. Are they just gonna be all flaky like this? You know, they get kind of a losing pattern. They take that right into the playoffs. It's happened before. But I'm gonna tell both teams, no, this is boredom. This is really an example of the season being too long. 80 games? It's ridiculous. It should be like 70. I'd even go for 60. I'd like to finish this shit up at the end of the May. How about you? But that's a pipe dream, and that's never going to happen. So it's tough to keep these, especially a team like the Caps that is so far ahead. Now, I think it's more of a danger to the Caps than it is to the Hawks because the Hawks have a tradition of doing this. I really wonder if we get a full Hawks effort any of these seasons, unless they run away with it. But you're going to see a different Blackhawk team when they step on the ice. And I'm very confident you're going to see the same thing with Caps. Why? Because what I said before, you can take this sort of losing attitude or losing tradition into the playoffs 9 times out of 10. So this is the Rangers in 94. it turns on. The Caps will go past the first round. And I think I had Surin calling me the other day. He left a message on my Skype or something like that. And I said, if this is a problem, here's how you're going to know. Game 7, they squeak by against whatever team they draw. That's when you know they didn't wake up. If that happens, you can kiss your cup goodbye. I have a theory, although you can probably show me examples where it wasn't the case, where teams win Game 7 all 4 rounds. You need to blow out your team. Your goalie needs to be God. You need to blow out your first round team. 4 or 5 games tops, man. Any more than that, your problem. Blow them out. Some people, well, and sometimes you get, so much time off to the next round. So what? You also get to recover from injuries. And even if you lose game 1, you get back in it pretty quick. I think it's very important for a team, even more so than scoring, because sometimes scoring's low, especially in tight checking game. Which you will see more checking. You will see more hitting in the playoffs. You will see hockey at a rougher and higher level. Well, I hope so, because the Stanley Cup Final wasn't like that last year. But look, these teams are going to come to play, and I do think the Caps and the Blackhawks will turn it on when it comes down to it. I can't imagine Jonathan Toews allowing that to happen. I'm a little more nervous with the Caps because they don't have the deep run playoff experience. I imagine they don't want to run into the Rangers. Just because of recent history. Although I think they'd probably get by this time. I think they're a much better team. Let's come from a Ranger fan. I think a deep series with the Rangers will probably lead to a Capitals win. Assuming they are the team we got to know this year. I think really the only team the Capitals have to worry about are the New York Rangers and the Chicago Blackhawks. Or the LA Kings, the Ducks, because I think those are the teams that are more likely to be there. I don't think anybody in the East is very strong. I don't have a lot of faith in my own team. I think they're scorers. Rick Nash, who we should have traded, have a history of not getting it done. Can't blame Martin St. Louis this year. And I'm looking forward to another year of, wow, Rick Nash he's not putting in the net, but he's doing so many important things away from the puck, like we heard last year. And the year before. No, the year before it was in 2014. We heard about how hard he's trying. Sorry, you're a professional athlete, man. Rick Nash is a mega talent. And if he wants to be a legend, which is not looking that way, he's going to have to do some legendary shit real soon. Joey Echeverria. God, Joey. Sorry about the Carnival Johnson. Same here. Oh. You're doing the spell check thing. Hey, douches. I'll take your calls if you want. Last time. Speaking of the Blackhawks, Garrett Ross. This is my type of story. TMZ talky guy that I am. I just think social stuff is sometimes more interesting. Social things around hockey. That's what makes me interested. If we're just talking about the games, I wouldn't be here. You know why? Because I don't think there's that much to it. And I don't want to turn hockey into a math equation. I'll do math equations. That's why I don't watch baseball. Garrett Ross is a 23-year-old winger for the Rockford IceHawks. The Chicago Blackhawks AHL affiliate didn't play the games over the weekend when Coach Ted Dent saying it was a coach's decision, according to Chris Block, third man in. But Block reports it wasn't the coach who made the call. It was the Blackhawks. That's because Ross has been charged with one felony count of non-consensual dissemination of private sexual image, which is known as revenge porn. According to TMZ, officials back in August 2015, the player shared a photo of a woman engaged in a sexual act, which was obtained under circumstances which Ross should have known that the image was to remain private. And officials say Ross also should have known that the woman had not consented to the dissemination, whatever, of the photograph. Disseminating the photograph. What do you think of that, Pat Glenn?
I have no opinion at all on that.
I have a fucking opinion.
What people do in their personal lives is none of my business. Actually.
Well, apparently it's the law's business, because if you you got a girl hobbing your knob, and you take a picture of it, and you're all cool with it, and then she hobbs your buddy's knob, and you're like, I'll get you back, bitch. Check this out. Facebook, you porn. A lot of states.
I don't think I could ever be that mean.
That's a crime. Oh, I could. If it was legal.
Of course I could.
It's legal. You bitch, you ruined my life. Yeah. But it's illegal and it's wrong.
The reason why Boll's going to get suspended is because he left his feet.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he left his feet when he hit, and they pronounced the guy's name as Pierre Edward Belmar.
I take everything I back said. If he left his feet, then he deserved the 5-minute major as well.
Yeah, he left his feet. But the Flyers should have lost that game anyway. They should have lost that game 5-1. The Blue Jackets outplayed the Flyers.
How is that possible when they're in a playoff run? Well, I'll tell you, you guys aren't that good.
The Blue Jackets always play us hard.
I wonder why that is. Is it because Scott Hartnell's over there?
What happened?
I thought they've been benching hard. Is it because Scott Hartnell's over there? Like, what's the deal with you and the Blue Jackets?
No, because the Flyers always do this. They play when, they played at a level of the team. So say, look, they beat Chicago, and Chicago's one of the best teams in the league. They play up to the level of Chicago. But when they play a lower level team like the Blue Jackets, or no offense to Terry, the Winnipeg Jets, they'll come out and play flat and play down to the level of that team.
That's true. You guys play up to us too. You play well with us too. I mean, even the games we beat you this year, they were good games, and it wasn't like
all 5 games were great this year.
Yeah, they were real good games against the Rangers this year.
Yeah, I went to the first game in Philly.
I wonder why that is. That means that, see, when you're playing up or down, that usually means you're a really good team. Is somehow not focused. You have a rookie coach too. I think that has a lot to do with it.
And the reason I was so mad last night was, it's like once they get like under 2 minutes and the other team pulls the goaltender, it's like the defense just seems to like slack off, and they let people get shots away, and instead of being aggressive and attacking people.
Yeah.
And that's been a problem all year long. I mean, I don't blame Steve Mason at all for that loss last night.
No, he was amazing. He was amazing.
I mean, if they're gonna make the playoffs, and they
got to win games like that.
Yeah, if they're gonna be a one and done, but if they make the playoffs, but
one and done is good. If you can drag it out, then it's worth it. Yeah. One and done is good. Nothing wrong. Not in the condition of this team.
And I'm happy with the way that they're performing this year. They're performing above expectations.
I'm happy that you have a player named Rasko Gudis. That's what I'm happy about.
Everybody likes Radko Gudis.
I love him. I loved him from day one. You know that because when the season started, I was like, "Who's that guy? Who is that hairy ape?" I can say that because he's white.
And the best thing about what Hackstall is implementing, have you seen R.J. Umberger anywhere in the lineup?
No. I didn't see that because I didn't watch a game. I watched the highlights.
Did you see Vinny LeCavalier in the lineup?
No.
He's Flyers.
He's in LA.
He gives guys opportunities who actually produce on the ice.
Well, look, I have no doubt in my mind that they'd make some serious changes and move guys around. And I think under the circumstances, Hackstall's done a tremendous job. But as far as they're sort of like, and I was disappointed with New Jersey. I just don't think they have the talent there yet. They definitely have more talent than New Jersey. But, I mean, shouldn't Claude Giroux be scoring 30 goals?
Claude Giroux should be scoring 30 goals.
Yeah, see, there you go.
And what's amazing about this run that we're on, we're 9-2-2 in our last 13 games. Mm-hmm. And what's amazing is that we're getting secondary scoring.
Yeah.
Guys like
you need that from other guys.
White and Matt Reed and Braden Shen. He's been having a hell of a year ever since they traded his brother Luke.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I mean, we're getting the secondary scoring that, and the thing is, it's like our power play. When our power play actually scores, it's the second unit and not the first unit, because teams have finally figured out how to counteract Ghost and Giroux on the power play.
Mm-hmm.
If you pressure them, they're not going to be able to do anything.
I agree. I don't watch enough Flyer games, to be honest with you.
Watch some of them down the stretch here, and you'll see.
I like to watch them in the playoffs. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now, so we got 2 more.
Who you playing? Who you playing?
We've got tomorrow night. We head to Colorado.
Yeah.
And we play the Avalanche, and then Saturday night we play the Arizona Coyotes, and then we come home on Monday and play the Jets.
Those are must wins, all. And that's
Exactly.
that is not a bad road
Flyers,
trip. I'll be honest.
Knowing the Flyers, they'll get 1 point in each game, and they'll probably lose against the Jets.
Well, kiss your season goodbye then.
Yeah,
that can happen.
That's the problem.
Yeah, kiss your season goodbye.
And to give you a little tip here, you talking about playing most games in the playoffs?
Yeah.
The 87 Flyers played 26 games in the 87 playoffs.
Yeah. And what happened at the end?
Oh, we lost to one of the greatest teams of all time.
Yeah. Well,
took them to 7 games though.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying the Flyers. Hacksaw was. I remember that. That's when I was first started getting into hockey. Hacksaw was amazing, and it was really amazing when he went after that Chelios.
Well, that was in '89.
That was in '89. Oh, that's right. That's the other thing.
87 was the brawl.
Yeah, 87 wasn't. Hacksaw wasn't on the team in '87, was he? No, Hexall. He was.
Hexall, yeah.
He was on the team in '87.
Yeah, they played what? They played 6 games against the Rangers in the first round,
Yeah,
7 games against the Islanders in the second round, 6 games against the Canadiens in the third round, and 7 games against the Oilers in the final round. There was no way they were going to win that cup that year. They were just so tired.
Yeah, I timed it. Well, there you go. You kind of proved my point a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All right, I gotta roll.
All right, Tommy. Sorry.
Good call. Good call. No, good call. Good call. Get the fuck out of here. Good call. Wouldn't let you on if I didn't think it was a good call. Do some revenge porn. A little throwback on we did what was better, the Calder Trophy, or who's going to win the Calder Trophy, and of course I'm engaged in I don't know, I'm trying to hold that Jack Off Duck Studios to task by re-uploading the video, and we didn't really get a lot of trolls during the live broadcast because we were having a hell of a lot of traffic coming through. So I figured it was going to be a bit of a war when Jack Malay was here the other day. But it wasn't. That's fine. I mean, I don't know how to do the live stream thing. I guess that's okay with me. I'll be honest, I wish they were here. I want to yell at them. I want to yell at the kids. I want to yell at them. They need to be yelled at. But the funniest shit ever, maybe I got to put it up there, was Hunter Drone. Oh, my God. That guy's funny. I think I got to. You know what? I got to set this up. I got to show it to you because it's just that goddamn good. So let me put my game in there. It's funny. Everything I do besides hockey does well. Yeah. Who should win the Calder Trophy? And we had a few of the trolls come in. Let me give me a second with this, and I'd be happy to show it to you. Show it to you. Let's see. We had some trolls come in. What the hell? Oh, come on. It was too funny. Oh, what the hell? Why can't I see? Whoa. What's going on here? Jesus Louises. What the fuck? All right, here we go. My head was spinning in outer space. So like, all right, here we go. Hunter Drone. This tickled my funny bum. I love reading that Pallai. I'm courteously, while you like the hate, honestly, because once again, it backs up the case that, oh yeah, you're a fucking asshole that has nothing to better do with his life than criticize other people, basically being one of the biggest hypocrites on YouTube. Oh, I'm not sure not the biggest hypocrite on YouTube. Yeah. And trust me, you're not the only one that loves to hate. Yeah. ODS loves to hate. Makes a lot more money off it than I do. He loves to hate. Talk about hypocrisy. The fact that you refuse people more and more, you fucked ODS. Oh, he didn't have it coming. Please explain to me. I'm quite curious Standing up for a YouTuber you don't know. Well, we all know that's not true. No, isn't anyone over your ignorant cunt? Well, you're ignorant. You didn't know that I had a relationship with Tommy, and I've actually went back to him before. Leafy, I could care less about. Why not? Why couldn't you care less about Leafy? Why not? It's the same fucking thing. You're sticking up for the one guy, but you're not sticking up for the guy that stole the bit. So there's nothing wrong with the bit, according to you. Picking a guy randomly out of a hat to fuck with them, to make money. I re-upload the video to make sure everybody fucking knows. But you don't care about the other guy that got this whole thing rolling? Fuck you, man. You phony. I could care less about Leafy, but hey, that doesn't matter because you'll see this and more hate. Therefore, jacking off to it because you will never be able to get some actual fucking pussy. Well, maybe you're right about that. I haven't got laid since my son was born. Been about a month. It seems I just answered my own question. Why you love to hate? Because I can't get laid. All right. Then Hunter Drone comes back with, who do you think will win the Trunk Calder Trophy? Name your top 3. That makes me laugh. Big shout out. Hunter Drone. That was too funny. He's going on. Who do you think? Let's see. Preach ourselves. The Leafy fans are from Toronto are coming. What do you mean? That was too funny. I thought that was funny as hell. And then I had a fucking other guy who's like complaining about the way I say the name wrongs. I told him this. It's like he said, I don't know if I should value your opinions if you say the name wrong. So I was like, well, don't value them then, man. I don't fucking care what you think. What do you think this is? ESPN? It's 1,000 sub YouTube channel. Go make your own fucking if you don't like it. He wrote, good response, not sarcastic. My bad. I don't know why I was cranky when I wrote that. Well, the podcast isn't for me, but it isn't necessarily for me to comment about it. All right, fair enough, bro. Yeah, good luck. And then somebody told me to kill myself. Okay. How would you kill yourself? Did you ever get so much hate from 15-year-olds that you just wanted to kill yourself? Well, I shouldn't say that because somebody probably would. Too funny. He's right. I'm not getting laid right now. It's pretty good before that. Had a pretty good run when I got to Germany. In fact, I think I got too much pussy. I have 2 kids with 2 different women. It might have been a problem. Oh, well. What you gonna do? I don't know if you guys... I wanted to say something. I think I'll bag it. Rob Ford, former mayor of Toronto, famously caught doing crack, among other goofy stuff, saying he gets enough pussy at home that I guess the accusation, like he wasn't upset about the crack accusations, but the fact that he was accused of having sex acts. He's like, no man, I got a great wife at home. Get plenty of that shit at home. Rob Ford, big drug addict in Toronto. He passed away from cancer yesterday, and that is unfortunate. I got to be honest with you, and I'll be honest with you, they're more conservative Canadians. I don't know what kind of job the guy did or not. They said he was great mayor. And he should have had his, I guess they removed him from power, or essentially. He was essentially the mayor, but he couldn't do anything. Well, he was doing crack, and he got caught, and stuff. But everybody tells you he's great. He cleaned up Toronto. I don't know what he did. It was crazy. Would he chase all the drug out? He chased all the druggies out of Toronto. Stole the drugs and did them himself. Snoop Dogg was visiting Rob Ford. And it is still kind of sad. You can't be doing that when you're fucking mayor. You think you should be able to smoke crack when you're a mayor of Toronto, Saron?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, life is pretty depressing there, isn't it? I mean, at least the winters haven't been too cold the last couple of years from what I hear.
Toronto is, it does look like a depressing town.
I mean, as soon as their basketball team started doing good and their hockey team went down the drain, it definitely was depressing.
You pay attention to basketball?
No, but everyone in my school does.
You're like the only hockey guy?
There's like 3 or so that I know. There was a joke another Canuck told me. He said, "Imagine if us Canadians wore our hockey skates to school like you Americans wear your basketball shoes."
That was a terrible joke.
I know. It sounds funny in my head.
I'm
going to Vancouver. I'm gonna ski with my Capitals jersey and make everyone laugh in everyone's face.
Nobody's going to the playoffs in Canada. You can go to every town. You go to every town in that
Yeah.
country and goof on them, and you're good. Especially with a Capitals jersey.
Yeah,
I
especially
wish you'd
with the
take
Capitals
pictures.
jersey.
You must have a lot of money. Every time I turn around, you're going on a ski trip.
Well,
How come you don't like to Why don't you want to be a rich kid? I don't understand that. Who cares? You're a rich kid. I'm not judging you. What do you think? I think what I need to think you're from the hood or some shit? You're not. It's okay.
Get out of my crease.
You get out of my crease, bitch. You there? Oh no, that's right. Bye. All right. He actually hung up before that. Not good time. That joke bombed. Terrible. I actually really love Sarah. I love him to death. Headlines in the National Hockey League. Minnesota Wild out. We're going out Thomas Vanek with their playoff push. That's not going to help. Maybe the Dubnik can get really hot again. Very disappointing team. Well, they're not going to the playoffs more than likely, but just very disappointing Minnesota Wild. A lot of good moves. It appeared. Parise, Suter. Never really quite moved out. Worked out. Mike Yeo. They got him a goalie. And Minnesota North Stars. That's right. I said North Stars. Just forget about him. PK Subban. He's in practice for the first time since his neck injury. Welcome back, PK. Welcome back. Welcome back. Devils forward Mike Camilleri. He won't be able to make it back this season from a right hand wrist injury. He was sidelined. That sidelined him since January. And Patrick Elias may be back pretty soon himself. Big blow. I thought you guys would make it. I really did. I'm not getting goof on you because you probably shouldn't have made it anyway. Team sucks. Oh, wait, I just did goof on you. Last night in the National Hockey League, Buffalo Sabres, they give the Hurricanes a whirl, take them 3-2. Philadelphia Flyers come up short in the shootout. Dramatic game, excellent game. Columbus Blue Jackets take Philadelphia Flyers 3-2. Not good, but the Flyers still hold on to their playoff spot for mathematical reasons that I'm too dim to understand. Montreal Canadiens get a surprising win over the Anaheim Mighty Punks. 4-3. The Washington Capitals are trying to get back together, but let's keep in mind they're getting it back together with the Ottawa Senators. 4-2 over Ottawa. Somebody said, I forget who it was, maybe it's time to get on Carlson's case. The captain, Mr. Wonderful, can do no wrong. What a wonderful offensive defenseman. And more proof that an offensive defenseman isn't the end-all, be-all unless you have some guys to start the puck from going in the net. Erik Karlsson. Good as a defenseman if you can't play defense. Bobby Orr played defense. You know what it is? Offensive defensemen are like, it's like basketball. Everybody looks at Jordan, and then when Jordan retired, we gotta slew these guys and take the ball in the hole themselves, right? And they don't do anything else. Look at Jordan's numbers. He was like 2 or 3 in blocks, assists, every fundamental part of the game. The guy dominated all the stats, not just sinking dunks. So now Bobby Orr did the same thing. He covered both ends. But now everybody thinks they're Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr is the greatest player ever lived. Don Cherry's right. He's convinced me. He's better than Gretzky. As much as I love Dwayne. Jack Malay's not happy with me. Tampa Bay Lightning, they take Detroit Red Wings. There's another team needs to win. 6-2. Knuckleheads in Winnipeg get shut out. The Peg goes over the Knucks. 2-0. Dallas Stars 6-2 over the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago Blackhawks continue their late season still spin. Yes, they do. They're going to be all right. Talked about it earlier in the show. Los Angeles Kings, they lose to the Minnesota North Stars. That's right, I said North Stars. Big win for Minnesota with their playoff push. Right, it's almost over, folks. It's time for playoffs. Playoff hockey. Playoff hockey. Edmonton Oilers, they got short to the Yotes 4-2. Who cares? And the St. Louis Blues take San Jose 1-0. Shut them out. Goodbye. 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Ottawa Senators, they're in New York, Brooklyn. Take on the Islanders. Islanders need some wins. They're in a wild card spot when they had a pretty good season. Don't blow it at the end, Islanders. I really can't hate Jonathan Tavares. I can't bring myself to do it. And your Wednesday night rivalry is the Boston Bruins versus New York Rangers. And that might have been a rivalry back in 1978. There is no Boston-New York rivalry. There's not. Not a little bit. Nope. No way. All right, bitches. Hope to see you soon. Make sure I see you Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be talking about a lot of what happened this week. I also have a major announcement coming up. But check out Shot from the Point live, 3 p.m. Sunday. Also be back here. And ignore the 3:30. It'll be 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, but we'll be going back to normal time next week when Germany turns our clock back. I do have an announcement. I don't know how much it's going to do. I don't know how it's going to get through, but it's going to have to do with making money off of Tommy NC and sending it back. You made money off of Tommy NC viciously. You got to send that money back. You got to send it to Tommy NC. And you got to get out of my face. Come on.